Hello friends, a very warm welcome to this, the next of our midweek musings, which comes to you from here inside the Vicarage garden. It's good to be back with you. Thanks to James for leading us in thinking the last couple of weeks. And I'm back from a splendid time away on holiday in Northumbria. And on coming home, it struck me very powerfully how places have sounds to them. Now that may seem a little odd, but here at the Vicarage, and the reason I'm positioned here is behind me is the Whitkirk club. And when we came home, it was lovely to hear tennis being played, so you hear the sound of the tennis ball on the racket. And then on Saturday, a game of cricket being played, the sound of the cricket ball on the cricket bat, the cries, the shouts of how's that, all that goes with a game of cricket. And of course, some of those sounds have been silent over the last few months, so it's good to hear them again here. And it made me think about what we hear, what we listen to, especially when I was away. We were on the coast of Northumbria, and there are different sets of sounds that you hear, and you come back here. I haven't particularly missed Selby Road, the noise of Selby Road, but there's the sounds of we're blessed to have a garden, so there's the sound of the mad pigeon trying to dance from branch to branch. There's the sound of the birds. There's those lovely noises that you associate with home. And also when we were away, we watched for a time some of Celebrity MasterChef, and one of the contestants in that was a remarkable television presenter who was blind, and who did made his food through smell and touch, and obviously paying that much more attention. Perhaps we rely on our sight and sound, we bring the two together and they help us interpret the world, but his world was very different. It was all about what he could hear. And so I've been wondering about that hearing and how we pay attention to the sounds that greet us daily, whether that be a bird, whether that be the sounds of the leaves rustling in the wind. Whatever it is, sound is an important part of how we interpret the world. And it led me to a reading from the first letter of Corinthians, which I think is worthy of meditation and further reflection, and is my offering from this week's midweek musing. I've said them many times, often at the beginning of funerals, when we come in to church, sentences of scripture which are a great comfort, I think, to people, framing the life of their loved one within the hope of the faith in which we gather. We hear the words that comfort us, and these are amongst them from the first letter of Paul to the Corinthians, chapter 2, verse 9. But as it is written, what no eye has seen, nor ear heard, nor the human heart conceived, what God has prepared for those who love him. So perhaps spend a moment or two with those words as you reflect on the sight, but particularly the sound that frames your life. The sound of the garden, the sound of neighbours, the sound of a loved one, the voice of a loved one, the distinctive quality of a loved one's voice. They need no introduction. Think about the sounds and then offer them, hold them alongside those wonderful words of Scripture that remind us that what God has prepared for us in love, we cannot conceive. These are just hints and clues of that greater glory and beauty that God has prepared for those who love him. It's good to be back. Good to see you again, and God bless. See you again next time.